Hello everyone, how are you? In the previous video, we complete configuration for the both back end and the front end. We complete working with the Firebase project and configure the Flutter application and run the application. And we said before, the Firebase is a cloud service and include a lot of services like authentication, like database, like storage, hosting, and so on, right? So the first thing we will work with the database. I want to create a database in the firestore. Here we're using the firestore for the database, cloud firestore here. For that we will create a simple database and we want to fetch the data from the firestore database to our application. So the first thing, just go here and create a database. Click here. Now start in production mode or start in the test mode. Now we just create an application for testing. So just go to the start to the test mode and then next and done. So here I create the database on cloud firestore. The first thing here we have a start collection. You want to create a collection of data. Just go collection like a name of the table, but in the JSON format, like this format. For example, here we have courses, and then next. After that, I want to create a document inside the course. Here the document ID, for example, the course 1 Flutter, the course 2 will be operating system, and the course number 3 network, and so on. The first thing for ID, I can create ID, add the ID here. Now I want to add the data manually, just add the data by myself. And also in the next lecture we will talk how to add the data in the Firebase. In this lecture we just want to fetch the data from Firestore. So here the ID, just auto ID, just a random ID. And then the course, we have the name of the course, the type string, and I can add any name here, for example, operating system. Then add another one. I have name and also I have an image, img, and I want to add the image later. Empty now, for example, just img, because I will talk about how to add the image later. And then add a file, add again just information about the course, and I can add anything here, just like this, for example, and then save. Now I add the collection courses, and inside it I have one document. This document, click on it, you can see I have detail and image and name. Also I can add another one, add document here, again the ID, random ID, and then the name. Here the name now, for example, Flutter, and also I want to add the img. Also the img, just anything, img2 for example now, and then add another one. For example, I said name and img and detail, just for example like this, and save. Now I have this and this. I want to add another one, auto ID, img3, and save. Now I have just a 3 record here, or 3 documents here in this collection. Every document has an different information. Now I want to add the image. Now here, for example, I want to edit the image just from here. You can delete anything. If you want to add the image, you should using another services. You say the Firebase include a lot of services, right? So we now using the database. If you want to add store the images, you should using the another services called storage. Now just go to the storage, get started. So storage and store and retrieve user generated file like images, audio and video without server side code. Just get started. So now just next and then done. Great default. But now I want to change the rule, because I didn't have authentication. I don't have a username and password. In the future I will create an authentication so I can re-edit again. But now I want to edit the rules here. Just go to the rules and here edit rules. Now read if request.auth not equal null. I want to make it equal null. So I want to delete everything without if. Just read and allow read and write for everyone. Just publish. Now publish it. Allow to read and write for everyone now. And then go to the storage again. Now just from here upload the file. And I want to add my image. I have images here in the music. I want to add it. And then I want to add another image. Here for example this for operating system course. And I want another one for Flutter. I think also, yes, I have this also for Flutter. Just add images, just any image, and just save this image here. Here now go to the or return to the. I can add or open another tab here, for example, copy, because I want to see the storage and database in the same time. So go here, I have storage, and here I will go to the database. Now in the first document, I have image. I want to edit the image and add the image from the storage. So I want just to add the value here, the URL of the image in the storage. Let's go to the image. The first one for what? For network. So I want to add the image for the network. So the image here, the network. Click on the image. You can see here after just click on it. You can see just go here, network.png. Click on it. You can see this image. Just copy the URL from the browser and close, and then go to the database and just paste the URL here and update. Now the image contains the URL of the image. After that, go to the second document and go to the image. This for Flutter course, edit it and go to the Flutter image and same thing, flutter.jpg, and copy the URL and close and go to the database again and just paste it here and update. Same thing for the third record or third document. Just go to it. It is for the operating system. Now we have a database here and we have images here. We add the images in the storage and just get the database, get the URL of the images and paste it in the database. Now I have this database and I work with this database because the storage, I didn't need to work with the storage now because everything in the database now, even the URL of the image inside the storage. So now I complete from the server side. I have a database, I completed. Now I want to fetch this data here in the Flutter application. Now just go to the Flutter application, I connect everything. So here instead of using the center, I just delete this. Here we should using the StreamBuilder. First of all, what's the StreamBuilder? What's the stream? So you have the stream like a pipe. You have a pipe and inside the pipe you have a water stream inside the pipe. So the pipe you have the data will insert from the source, for example from the Firebase like this here. From the database from the Firebase. And the data will go out from the another side in the application. So you have a stream of data. Instead of the stream of water in the pipe or in the tube, we have a stream of data. This data will streaming from the cloud to our application. So the StreamBuilder is work to do that. Get the data stream from the database, from the firestore, and build the widget based on this data that stream from the firestore. So StreamBuilder, get the data from the stream from the firestore, and always data will be streamed. Always data will be streamed. It will be flow in the application because whenever the data here change or update or add another data or delete the data, this data should be streamed in the application. In the real time should be streamed to the application. Even if it is working in the background. This is called asynchronous programming because the data will still flowing or still streaming in the application even if you do another thing in the background, just streaming in the background. So StreamBuilder get a data stream from this cloud and build the widget in the Flutter based on this data. So whenever the data stream and rebuild the widget again. So you should using the StreamBuilder. The StreamBuilder have a stream here, a stream that means the data that will stream from the firestore. So you should using the firestore plugin in the application. So just go to the Google and add Google and just type here firestore plugin to work with the firestore in the Firebase to work with the firestore in the Flutter. Should using the plugin, this plugin. Just click on the first one and then install. Now just copy it. I want to using the plugin, external plugin in the Flutter application. Just go to the pubspec.yaml in your application. You have pubspec.yaml and you can see you can add it below the Cupertino icon here. Just here, you should add it here. Just take care, you should in the same spaces here. You should have here 2 space, right? And then just package get, just to download the package from the internet. Now it is done, we complete. Go out from pubspec.yaml and then go here. You can see if you want to using this package, you should just import it here, import, copy, and I want to make import in my application here. Now I import the firestore. Now I can work with the firestore. So the stream is from firestore. So just using the firestore here from this package, firestore class, firestore dot instance. I want to create an instance from the firestore object, and then dot collection. And what's the collection name? Which collection? I have the collection here in the database. I have the collection courses. So I want to write this name of the collection. So here just courses, and then dot snapshots. Snapshots like I add the query. I mean I want to fetch the data from the courses, fetch all the document from the courses. So here that means snapshot. Give me a snapshot of data. And also the StreamBuilder, we have a stream. That means I said StreamBuilder like a pipe. Stream, get the data from the stream and then build the data, build the widget based on this data. So I have here builder. Builder it is a function, take a parameter, context like every builder, and a snapshot. Because I have a snapshot here, to the snapshot, the stream will, from the stream I get the snapshot, the data, and then I want to build. So here like this in the builder. Now in the builder I want to build what? I want to build a list. So a list, so I want to return a list view list dot builder, because I want to build a list from the data. So I want to add list view dot builder. List view dot builder, like a builder also, I have an item builder and item count. So the first thing, item count, from where? The item count from the data. I didn't know how many data I will get in the application. So the item count will be, the data will be from a snapshot, because the snapshot will get from here, from the firestore database. So the snapshot dot data dot document dot length. Data snapshot data dot documents, because here I have a documents here. I want to see how many documents I have, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, because I can add whatever I need here. I can add a lot of documents here. So here dot length, and then item builder, like any builder, we have context and we have index. I want to add like object for the every post or every course here. I want to add like object. So type of object data snapshot, or sorry, document snapshot, the type of it, called for example course, equal what? Equal the data from snapshot dot documents and the index, because I have a lot of data in the document here, so I should add index here. Here just add semicolon. The index, I mean the index in the I have a list. In every position in the list, I have index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until the length of the data here. If 100, that means until 100. So here the document 1, document 2, 3, 4 until the end. After that, inside builder, I want to build what? I want to build something, right? So I want here return. Return, I want to add the widget. For example, list tile. You know, the list tile is also a widget. This widget have a title, or the first thing have you want the image. So the first thing we can create an image here. We have the leading, the first one, leading. The leading it is image dot network, because the image from network, from the internet, and I want to write the image here, the source of the image. The image from where? From this course here, and I want what? I want image, or sorry, img. Why img? Why course img? Course because the course from snapshot.data.document and the index from the document 1, 2, 3. But now course also contain a data here. The first one contain the detail and img and name. Now I want img, so I just write img. Same thing here, I want img. In the leading, just here, and I have title. The title I want to add a text, just a text, and the name of the course. So just course, and here we have the name. I mean this networking, the first one networking, and then we have Flutter and OS and so on. And we have here like subtitle. I want to add also text. In the text, course and detail. Detail, I mean this detail for the every document. We have 3 documents. So I complete now. Now I want to run the application and test. So now just run and waiting to run the application. See here, I faced this problem. Also in your application, maybe you will face like this problem, and maybe it is difficult for you to find a solution for this problem. But now you can see here the number of method references in a .dex file cannot exceed 64,000. So what's this mean? The Android code, the Android source code, when we compile the Android code, will convert to the dex file, .dex, the file .dex. So dex, that means Dalvik executable. Called in the Android, there's something called Dalvik virtual machine. So the Android code will convert or compile to the dex file, the single file .dex, like this, dex, Dalvik executable. So the single Dalvik file, the single dex file, can just include 64,000 method or reference of method. If your method in the application, if your method exceed the 64,000 of method, that means you should create a multi-dex file, or you should enable the multi-dex file in your application. So you will say from where the 64,000. I didn't use anything, but using the firestore, we add the library by the firestore, and also the Flutter has 100 of library inside the Flutter. So there's 100 of the or the more than 64,000 of method of reference of method included in those library. Get from those library, not from you. Of course, you didn't write a libraries here or a method here, but those methods come from the libraries. Those include in the Flutter and the Firebase plugin. So here you should just go. So here go to the Android and maybe in the app build a Gradle, and then you can see Android. Maybe you have, yes, Android. In the Android you have default config. Just paste, just like this, multi-dex enable and make it true. Just multi-dex enable true. Also in the build Gradle, I want to implement this here. So compile, it is not worked, it is very old. So now just implement instead of it. Now we will try again. Just make like this and run application again. This problem will gone. Now after compiling, you can see this our application, and you can see here we fetch the data from the database here. Now you can see if I add the data here, add another document, for example, add the ID and the name here, the name equal, for example, anything, and the image, img, just type anything because it doesn't have image, and detail, I want to add any detail. When we just save the data, now to save it here, and you can see in the same time, in the real time, added in the application. You have a pipe. We say the StreamBuilder is like a pipe. Just get the data from here, get a stream of data from here, and build the widget based on this data. But here I didn't have image, so I can't see image, but add the data. And whenever you add the data, every time you add the data, this data will fetching or streaming in the application. I hope it is useful. Thank you very much.